Imagine moving into a beautiful Dutch colonial house nestled in a quiet neighborhood in Amityville, New York. The perfect home for a new beginning. But what if that dream turned into a living nightmare? What if your new home had a horrifying past and an even more terrifying presence lingering in the shadows? Welcome to the Grim Tapes. Today, we journey deep into one of the most infamous and chilling hauntings in American history, the Amityville Horror. Was it all an elaborate hoax? Or was something truly evil lurking within those walls? This episode is going to dive into every single angle, from the murders that shocked the town, to the supernatural experiences that terrified a family, to the skeptics who claim it was all a lie. By the end of this video, you'll be asking yourself, was the Amityville Horror fact or fiction? The murders at 112 Ocean Avenue. Let's begin where the horror truly started, with a brutal and inexplicable crime. On November 13, 1974, 23-year-old Ronald DeFeo Jr. shot and killed 6 members of his family while they slept in their beds. His parents and 4 siblings were found lying face down, all executed with a .35 caliber Marlin rifle. The crime scene was quiet, with no signs of struggle or escape. Ronald initially blamed a mob hitman, but later confessed to the murders. His motive remains unclear. Some say it was rage, others suspect something darker. During his trial, the defense argued insanity, suggesting he heard voices telling him to kill. But the jury found him guilty on all counts, sentencing him to 6 life terms. This mass murder set the stage for the events that would follow. The Lutz family move in. In December 1975, just over a year after the DeFeo murders, George and Kathy Lutz bought the house at a bargain price. They moved in with their 3 children, hoping to start fresh. But what happened over the next 28 days would become legend. According to the Lutzes, they experienced a barrage of terrifying phenomena: swarms of flies in the dead of winter, green slime oozing from the walls, cold spots, mysterious footsteps, foul odors, and doors slamming shut on their own. George reportedly woke up at 3:15 a.m. every night, the exact time of the DeFeo murders. Kathy claimed to have levitated. Their daughter allegedly communicated with an imaginary demonic friend named Jody, who took the form of a pig with glowing red eyes. The family fled the home less than a month after moving in, leaving all their belongings behind. The media explosion. The Lutzes collaborated with author Jay Anson to publish The Amityville Horror, a True Story, in 1977. The book became a bestseller, captivating readers with its terrifying account. Soon after, a film adaptation hit theaters in 1979, cementing the Amityville house as a cultural icon of the paranormal. But with popularity came questions. Many began to suspect the story wasn't entirely true. Some claimed inconsistencies in the family's account. Others accused them of exploiting a tragedy for profit. The media frenzy only fueled the legend and the controversy. Investigations and paranormal claims. Several paranormal investigators visited the home, including famed demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren. They declared the house haunted by an evil presence. Lorraine claimed to feel a demonic force upon entering. A now infamous photograph of a ghostly boy in the house was taken during their investigation. Others, like Joe Nickel from the Committee for Skeptical Inquiry, argued there was no verifiable evidence of the supernatural. No photographic proof, no credible witnesses, and no scientific anomalies. Still, even professionals like law enforcement officers and journalists reported unusual occurrences after entering the home. Legal battles and controversies. The Lutzes eventually faced lawsuits over their claims. William Weber, Ronald DeFeo's former defense attorney, claimed he and the Lutzes fabricated the story over several bottles of wine. George Lutz denied this, insisting the haunting was real. Multiple lawsuits, countersuits, and media statements followed. Over the years, the story became more fractured, with various parties contradicting one another. The truth became harder to pin down. The house today. The house at 112 Ocean Avenue has changed hands several times. The infamous quarter-moon windows were removed, and the address changed to deter thrill seekers. Recent owners have reported no supernatural activity. So, does that mean the horror was fabricated? Or did something dark truly live there, and eventually fade away? Science versus supernatural. Let's consider the psychological angle. Could the Lutz family have experienced a shared psychosis? Was it stress, suggestion, or the power of belief? Or perhaps the house did have some energy, something that affected them uniquely? Experts in psychology and parapsychology have weighed in. Some argue the family may have entered with expectations and fears that manifested as perceived experiences. Others maintain that trauma, both known and unknown, can trigger hallucinatory episodes or extreme fear responses. But no scientific test can measure what the Lutzes claimed they felt: the sheer dread, the atmosphere of evil, the things that supposedly couldn't be explained. Cultural impact and legacy. The Amityville Horror spawned a franchise: books, documentaries, movies, and series. It influenced how we talk about haunted houses. It introduced elements now common in ghost stories: cold spots, time loops, phantom pigs, and demonic infestations. Its place in pop culture is undeniable. But its credibility remains debated. Fact or fiction? So what's the verdict? The murders were real. The trauma was real. But was the haunting real? Skeptics see holes in the story. Believers hold firm. Somewhere between the two may lie the truth. Whether it was spiritual, psychological, or fabricated, the Amityville Horror still raises more questions than answers. As we reach the end of this journey, we invite you to think deeply. Can a house retain the energy of tragedy? Can fear itself manifest as reality? Did the Lutz family truly encounter evil, or did they create it? We want to hear what you think. Was the Amityville Horror a true haunting or an elaborate fabrication? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Was it fact, fiction, or something in between? If you enjoyed this episode of the Grim Tapes, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more terrifying investigations, and share this video with fellow mystery lovers. Your support helps us uncover more dark corners of history. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and never ignore the sounds in the dark.